Hello there, YouTube comic book fans. I finally made it to the comic shop this fine Saturday. Picked up 8 comics, a graphic novel, including 2 last issues and 2 first issues. First thing we have here is Butterfly, issue 4. There's the weird, not quite wraparound cover. Butterfly, issue 4 of 4. Enjoyed this series. It's a spy story. This woman grew up to be her spy. This is her father, her and a little girl. When she was a little girl, her father supposedly died. Turns out he didn't. He had to go into hiding to protect his family, and now he's got a new family, and now they're in trouble. And after that, here's something funny. The first, I don't know, half or 3/4 of the story takes place in the present day, and the second half, or quarter, I don't even know how long it is in relation to the other one, takes place in the father's past. And what was weird about it is it kind of ran in reverse order once you got to the father's past. It was like, he'd start out a year ago, then a year ago, then 6 months ago, and it ran kind of in reverse order. And it took me till the 3rd issue to figure out that if you read the father's part from back to front, it goes in regular time order. But so I did that with this one. But it's I don't know if this last issue is going to do that. I don't see why it wouldn't, except that it's the last issue. But in here we find out their fates in the present, whether or not they get out of this jam of they don't even know who's after them. Her spy agency, his old spy agency, whoever. It's been a good miniseries. Once again, I'll point out, wow, nice to the touch. All comics should have this cover stock instead of that really thin, wavy cover stock they have. But last issue of Butterfly. And next we have the last issue of The Massive, Ragnarok, Part 6 of 6 by Brian Wood, Gary Brown, and Jordi Belair. This series, I've enjoyed it all, but it's had its high parts, its low parts. I generally like series that are about something different, and this is about the post-apocalypse. All these guys were warriors for the environment, and then kind of the environmental apocalypse happened. The whole world went to heck, and they got sails on their big ship now. They were steaming around the world trying to figure out what the heck do you do when you're an environmental warrior and you've lost the war. And they're having adventures and political stuff and things go on here and here. And then at the end it turned all mystical, and some weird beings from the earth who weren't happy with our environmental messing around were leaving the earth. It's a strange ending to a series. But this is issue 30 overall, 30 issues. Decent series, not the greatest, but good enough for me to buy for 30 issues, so that says something. And here we are with Mind Management number 29. This is the beginning of the end for Mind Management, because this is the last story arc in this series. I've really this is up in my top 5, top 3. As a matter of fact, when I was asked the question, if you could only read one comic, which would it be? I picked Mind Management. It's got this loose watercolor style story about spies with all sorts of weird superpowers and just mysteries, and it's just been an excellent series. I don't see it on a lot of people's pull or haul lists, but it should be, because it's really good. You can find it in trade, hardcover. You can probably find the issues somewhere for cheap maybe, but anyway you cut it, Mind Management has been really good, unequivocally. And here we have Revival number 26. Hey, it looks like an angel. I just noticed that. That'll teach me never to look at I never look at the covers till I get them home, it seems, because it's on my pull list anyway, so why am I going to look at the cover? There's his angel wings. But anyway, good. Bought 26 issues of Revival, so I obviously like it. Nice rural noir. If you haven't been buying this one, pick up one of the trades. It's a fun little horror story about people coming back from the dead. It don't think I have anything new to say about it, except we'll give you a look inside. Why not? Except it's, you know, month after month it's there. It tells a good story. And I like it. And here we have Outcast, number 6. Nice dramatic cover. Robert Kirkman and Paul Azaceta. I've been enjoying this one. I know I really like Paul's artwork on this. He's doing an excellent job. I like the fact that it appears to be about demons, but it's not really. I don't think they haven't revealed yet if it really is anything demonic going on, or if there's some sort of other weird creatures out there. I'm hoping for the other weird creatures because I've seen enough demonic stuff. But either way, it's a good book. And look at that, not even wavy. I guess they did a good job with their colors on this one. But I know a lot of people jumped on and jumped off Outcast really fast, but issue 6, and I think it's only been getting better and better. So pick yourself up some Outcast if you haven't. Here we have Rasputin, number 3. Nice cover. So far with all 3 issues, they're a little thin plot-wise, but that's fine with me because I've been liking the artwork a lot. I've been liking the story. What little story there's been has basically been giving us little bits and pieces of Rasputin's life. And being that I'm a history fan, I'm really into any books that are historical. Oh, don't know what's happening there. But we got some nice artwork in it. Just flipping through, looks like it's getting all mystical on us. But it so far in the first 2 issues, it's flashed between different points in Rasputin's life. His childhood, his moving to Moscow, his death of his father, his meeting new friends, and I think they've been showing stuff on the night of his death too. I'm not even sure. Like I said, it's kind of all over the place, but in a good way. I've been enjoying it thoroughly, and hopefully even more will come out. Here we have Graveyard Shift, number 1. Don't remember what this one is about. Something about vampires or monsters or cops fighting monsters or something. I just, put the first issue on my pull list after reading a preview, whatever description of it, and the fact that I really like that cover. I think they did a nice job. Some nice Photoshop brushwork on that hair. I don't know what to expect from this one much. Might be okay. Might be good. Might not be. I think I saw Tom Ray out there give it a mediocre review. But mediocre or not, I like that cover, so it'll at least go in my comics I bought just for their covers section. And here we go with Theyre Not Like Us, number 1. Once again, I put this first issue on my pull list just due to the description of it, and I have no idea what it's about. I like the cover. Like I said, I'll usually go 1 issue on something if the description of it can hook me. Decent artwork. Because, my comic shop sends out an email of the final order cutoffs, and all I have to do is click a button, and they'll order one for me, and it'll be in my pull list. So it's pretty easy to make sure I get the number 1s, even if they sell out. So I put this one on my pull list, and we'll see if I'll put a number 2 on my pull list or not. And finally, we have Sunstone Volume 1 by Stepan Sejic. This I just happened to stumble on. Once again, it was in my email from my comic shop. It was on the list of Image stuff coming out this week, so I looked up what the heck it was, and it turns out it's a web comic that originally ran on DeviantArt.com, which is, if you're not familiar with that website, it's a website for artists to post their art and interact with people. And let me see if I can show you some of the art, because there's nudity in this one, and it's some kind of story, or some non-nudity. The art seems to be okay. And it's some kind of story about these two women who are gay and into bondage. And usually that's not quite, that sounds like something that wouldn't be up my alley and be very exploitive kind of stuff, but it's supposed to not be. It's supposed to be insightful and thoughtful, and I'd read you some of those. I can barely see them. Black on red. Who can read that? And down here they have little teeny tiny white on red. Like I said, it's supposed to be interesting. It was only, what do we have here? How much did I pay for the 15 bucks minus whatever discount I get at the comic shop. So, intrigued me enough to say, all right, I'll pick this one up. So, we'll have to see how it is. What did you guys get this week?